Hi guys, it's Cindy McKenna from Cindy M. Cardoso, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. But if you're new here, hello. My name is Cindy McKenna, and I create content about all things that are action figure, toy, or geek and fandom, all of that fun stuff. But if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And today is another Halloween-related video. You know, Halloween only happens one time a year, so why do we only get one video for that? Let's talk more about it. And I even wore my Scooby-Doo shirt today. I love Scooby-Doo growing up, whether it was the TV show, the movie, or the live-action movie. They are all so great. Now that I think about it, my dad and myself, we don't have anything that is Scooby-Doo related in the collection, and I would love to have that. I have taken a peek at Jada Toys for what they have, you know, like the Shaggy and the different monsters, and that's something I'm really interested in, so TBD. Anyways, last video was on The Nightmare Before Christmas, and that is a very cozy yet creepy movie, but it's not scary. As far as scary movies, I don't like scary movies. I mean, I do like them, but when I watch them, I am scared for at least a week. I get really bad dreams, but I'll still watch them. You know, it's definitely an experience, but you know who does love scary movies, who does love horror movies, is my father. And my father has some really cool horror action figures that I would love to share with you guys. And if you're new here and you're wondering to yourself, whose collection is this? It's my father's collection. You know, he's been collecting for many, many years, and I've been so fortunate to grow up with it. And I've also added all of my pieces. It's a bond that we have together, and we get to enjoy so many different things together, but some pieces are his. I haven't contributed anything to that. And that's why I'd love to share with you guys his horror figures. But before we get started, I absolutely need you to comment down below your favorite scary movie. As I'm getting a review station set up, I was thinking to myself that maybe when I hit 25,000 subscribers, I'll do a giveaway. Let me know your thoughts. I had to start with Jason Voorhees. He is such a classic and iconic horror character, but if I'm being completely honest, I don't know which one is from which movie. My father would be able to tell you that, but he is quite scary. These Jason Friday the 13th figures from NECA are great. I feel like if you have these to your collection, you really don't need another Jason because it just hits the nail on the head. I always talk about my favorite things, but my father's favorite horror movie is A Nightmare on Elm Street. That movie gave him so many nightmares when he was a little kid, and he always grew up wishing that they had an action figure of Freddy Krueger. He even had a Freddy mask and a Freddy glove, and he wore that for Halloween. Well, his dream became a reality, and here we have NECA's Freddy Krueger. And the detail on his face is so creepy. Honestly, the detail on the glove, his face, and his clothes are really what sets it apart from other figures. And included are some horror dogs. And you can't have a horror collection without Chucky, the good guy doll. And if you wanted some lore about my father, Child's Play 3 was actually filmed at his military school. And another great figure from NECA, we have Chucky. The paintwork on him is astounding. His scarring and eye socket are so creepy. And honestly, they really nailed his stature. Next, we have Ash from the Evil Dead. First figure is Ash from Evil Dead 2, and then this is from Mezco, and then I believe this is Ash versus Evil Dead, and then this is from NECA. What I really like about the Evil Dead is they do a really great job of combining comedy and horror. With the NECA one, of course, you always get incredible sculpts, and then with Mezco, you get great cloth goods, great attention to detail, different paints, and all the accessories. And a bonus, Mezco kind of does their own take on everything. Next, we have Pennywise from the movie It, and then this is from NECA. Tim Curry was such an amazing actor, but Bill Skarsgård did an incredible job living up to the name, and truly, this is a scary Pennywise character. Costume sculpt on this is 10 out of 10, and I love the balloon element, but I will say the balloon is a little heavy, so I usually find it tilted over just a little bit in his hand. Next, we have Pinhead from Hellraiser. My father is such a fan of Clive Barker's books, and if you have not read them, he told me to tell you that you need to. If nothing else, just the idea of the Cenobites and their different designs, seeing all of them is worth watching. Starting smallest to largest, we have Funko Mini, Funko Pop, NECA, Mezco, another from Mezco, and last big boy is NECA. Honestly, it's really cool seeing the variety of different sizes in these figures. I know a lot of you guys are gonna say that we have some Alien and Predator figures, but I'm gonna have to save that for a whole nother video. I'd love to go more in depth, and my dad has so much to say about those. And I have so much to say, they are so cool. So let's leave that for a separate video. This is a line called Figure Obscura from the Four Horsemen. And this is Red Death from Edgar Allan Poe. Talk about how cool this clock is, all the way down to the pooling blood. And let me show you the coolest part. Now, let me share with you my favorite horror figure from my father, and that would be the Headless Horseman, and this is the Figure Obscura from Four Horsemen Studios. I mean, look how incredible this figure is. I don't think it can get any better, and it also has wiring on the cape. You can get such cool stances. And then this figure also comes with a separate pumpkin that is not have flames, and then you can have it on his head with him wearing it. Who would ever think that somebody would make a figure of the Headless Horseman? And when it comes to horror, I like old horror. I like the Edgar Allan Poe. I love the Headless Horseman. That is more up my scene, but I know a lot of people who do prefer the horror movies. And then from Four Horsemen Studios, we have Mary Shelley's Frankenstein's monster. I mean, can we talk about how cool this is? The amount of accessories that come with Frankenstein's monster. I mean, he's an incredible figure. We'll get to that. But even the table that he goes on tilts. And bonus, he comes with enough parts where you can make another edition. I mean, this alone should convince you to get this figure. But if you're watching this and thinking to yourself, Frankenstein is green, well, you're in luck because you can also pre-order a retailer exclusive. He is painted from head to toe, and his trench coat, I mean, come on, that is just worth the price of admission. I love the stitching on all of his arms. And whoa, look how cool these skulls are in the jars. Last and certainly not least, we have the latest edition from Four Horsemen Studios, the Jersey Devil. When I tell you, my dad was so excited about this, that would be an understatement. I mean, just look at the presence of this. And no other action figure line is doing things like this. With the translucent wings, the movable and bendable tail, and the different head sculpts. I mean, this is the perfect figure. And it's really cool to see an urban legend become an action figure because I would never think that that would happen, but this is unique to say the least. And here we have my dad's horror collection. And unfortunately, Jack did not make the cut for this video. He is cool, but he is not scary. It's just really cool seeing all the different pieces that he has. And like a lot of things in the collection you'll see, he kind of gravitates towards things that he grew up with, whether it's his childhood, you know, being a teenager and whatnot. These movies he really, really enjoyed, and it's just cool to see them be a part of the collection and be a part of him. And I know I already asked, but if you haven't already done so, I want you to comment down below your favorite horror movie or franchise. While I told you I don't love horror movies, I really like The Conjuring. And I like The Conjuring because that gives me nightmares. And I actually just watched the last one, the most recent one, a few weeks ago, and I couldn't sleep for a week. Well, I hope you guys continue to have a very spooky season and a great Halloween. But I really appreciate you for joining me for today's video. Again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. But in the meantime, I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye!